Hello everyone, dear friends, subscribers, and guests of my channel. You're watching the 5 Stars channel, friends, and we're continuing our epic journey. Sosnowiec with kebabs, and next up, friends, is Kalimera Kebab. This kebab place has a 4.7 rating on Google Maps with very good reviews. Everyone says the vegetables are fresh, the meat is fresh and good, and it's tasty, so it would have been a shame not to stop by. I hope you can see well because I'm standing against the sun, friends. I don't know if there'll be any glare. Kalimera Kebab, Sosnowiec. Basically, if you type in Kalimera Kebab, it will come up. Also, friends, make sure to subscribe to the channel. 80% of people are watching without subscribing. You might miss some really tasty, good kebab in Poland. Also, don't forget to write in the comments which city you live in and what your favorite spot is, a kebab place or a canteen. We'll definitely put together a list of these places, friends, and in the summer, we'll go on a tour across the whole of Poland to try all kinds of different tasty food from your favorite spots. And now, friends, I'm grabbing my hidden gadget and heading out on a combat-style recon mission.
Dzień dobry. A poproszę dużą bułkę. Soус łagodny i troszkę ostry, troszkę. Ale delikatnie ostry, tak, minimalnie, minimum ostry, proszę bardzo. Na wynos, na wynos. Dziękuję bardzo. Ładne pana, dzięki. Mięso wołowina. A może... Dziękuję bardzo. Dziękuję bardzo, miłego dnia, do widzenia.
So friends, the purchase is done. As you saw from the hidden camera footage, it's a really cozy, nice little place with a pleasant interior. Everything is clean and tidy. There are a few tables. A very pleasant man. As I understand it, friends, he's the owner of this kebab place. I took a large bun, kebab in a bun. I hope you can see it well. The price is 27 zlotys. Packaging isn't listed separately. It's just a big bun for 27 zlotys. Let's weigh how big it is, friends. 650 grams. 657 to be exact. There's some weight from the bag here. Sorry, because the guy also gave us sauces separately. He said, if it feels dry for you, here's extra sauce, and a little more in a small container. And all of this, friends, is included in the price. Look, a bun should definitely come with a fork. If they didn't give you a fork, that's a minus for this place, because with a bun like this, you can easily cover your whole face in sauce. Let's take the bun out without the bag now. Oh my God, my mouth is already watering. 584 grams. So the sauce, how much sauce is there? About 60 grams of sauce. 584 grams, friends, of this kind of pleasure. And now, right here with you, friends, I'm going to unwrap it. Today, the weather is very sunny. I didn't turn on any extra lighting because there's enough light. Like this, I'll show it to you in the sunlight. The bun is stuffed with meat all the way to the top. Yeah, he packed it in really well. There's paper inside, of course, so everything doesn't spill out. I took it today, friends, because the bun is huge, and I'm not going to finish it all anyway. I went with mixed meat, chicken, beef, and just a little bit of spicy sauce. Really just a touch. Let's first take a look at the bun. The bun comes with sesame seeds, sprinkled with sesame. Let's listen to how well he toasted it. Yeah, it's crunchy. Crunchy on the bottom, too. I don't know how well you can hear it because when I change my voice, the sounds get a bit distorted as well. All right, let's start by tasting the meat on its own. Let's take a piece of chicken. I came very early. It was just opening time. I came right at opening. So, friends, he was slicing meat that was a bit dry, but still tasty. By the way, the meat cone was kind of craft style because it wasn't a regular ground meat block. It had some layers, so there were some mixes in there, maybe a bit of pork. But overall, tasty meat. I can't complain. It's on the dry side. He hadn't had time yet. There was some meat left from yesterday. Yeah, he hadn't trimmed it yet. And that's actually not a bad thing, because if you come earlier, not during lunchtime, I was there around 11:30.
So you might end up, friends, with meat that's a bit on the dry side. But we have extra sauce, friends, if it feels like it's not enough. He thought this through, yeah? You see, even here the guy planned ahead, and it's no coincidence he has good reviews. Let's dig a little deeper and take it with sauce. With sauce, of course, it's a completely different story, friends. The meat is well salted, well seasoned. I took a little bit of spicy sauce today, just so it's there. Let's try it with some tomato, like this, with vegetables. Yeah, the whole flavor profile sounds completely different in your mouth with sauce and veggies. Now with a pickle. Tasty meat, can't say anything bad about it. Let's bite into the bun. The bun is good, fresh, not dry, fresh, well toasted. I bit into the bottom, the lower crust, nicely toasted. Although there aren't strong grill marks, there are some light grill marks. I don't like the bun on the other side where the sesame is. But I'll say this, the bun isn't rubbery, but it's not the softest either. I like this kind of bun. I don't like super fluffy buns that fall apart in your mouth. That's one. Second, if you load this thing with that much weight, all that meat, vegetables, sauce, everything, there's about half a kilo here. The kebab itself weighs around 580 grams. A soft bun would just fall apart, and everything would start spilling and breaking down very quickly. I prefer a firm, well-baked bun, but inside, friends, it should still be tender and soft. Look, I lightly pick it up with a plastic fork. It separates easily. Soft, good, fresh bun, I can't complain. Now I'm already taking meat from deep inside. I'm probably the first customer. The meat is a bit dry because it sat for a while, but it's tasty, friends.
Out of everything I've tried recently, including the kebabs and buns that we tested not long ago, if you haven't seen it, friends, definitely go and watch that video. That kebab and a bun is very similar in quality to this one, but here the meat flavor is more intense. I can really feel the meat very clearly, friends. Either it's the spices doing their job, or the meat is marinated differently than usual. In terms of taste, it reminds me more of meat made for the grill. Not barbecue, but something very rich with a variety of spices, but without that stupid Indian aftertaste. I don't really like that Indian aftertaste. We still have other kebabs here that we'll be testing with you, the ones with that Indian flavor. I mean, I don't know. Indian kebab?
Kebab is actually a Turkish dish, so Indian spices don't really work for me. Maybe if you're a curry lover, you'll like it more. I'm not a curry fan, so for me, it's just average. Overall, it's good, friends. The only thing I'd change here is the white onion. I'd swap the white onion for red onion. Yeah, onion, scallion, I'd change it to red onion. It's sweeter, more delicate, not as sharp. Other than that, the bun is very good, friends. Even though I was one of the first customers and got meat from yesterday, meat that's a bit dry. Let's do this, friends. I opened the sauce. Let's add some sauce. Yeah, because it's a bit dry for me. Let's pour in a little sauce. I'll tell you this, I really love sauce in general. I want a bit of the sauce separately, but I'll tell you, I took a proper sip of it. The sauce is very, very mild and garlicky. There's probably parsley in there and dill as well. I can see the texture of both greens. A really tasty yogurt creamy sauce. So friends, let's mix this up a bit here and continue our tasting. Because, well, the meat from yesterday is a bit on the dry side. The guy got a bit unlucky. If I had come even an hour later, maybe someone would have already stopped by for lunch. The location is kind of average. It's a walk-through area, almost in the very center of Sosnovets, but a bit away from the core center. Friends, with the sauce, everything comes alive in a completely different way. Totally different. And now let's do this and bite into it like a hamburger. Like a burger, bite into it with the bun. Yeah, there it is, friends. A good kebab. It's definitely not the best thing I've ever bitten into. Plus, the meat is a bit dry, but it's a very tasty kebab, friends. Lately, it's one of the best I've tried. Can you give it 5 stars? Yes, friends, I think 5 stars can be given. First of all, it's easy to park here. The location was chosen well. You can park on the right side of the main road, and if not, you can drive around the back into the courtyards and park there. Quickly go buy a kebab and come back. Of course, you're not really supposed to drive in there. It says it's only for residents of those buildings, but if you do it quickly, I don't think anything bad will happen. No one is going to hand out a ticket in the courtyards. If you come during lunchtime, people are at work. You park quickly, buy a kebab, and leave. I don't think anything bad will happen. But the kebab is tasty. I like the bun. The bun really worked for me. Let's take one more bite, friends. Now the sauce has spread through everything. I can feel all the flavors mixing together. It's a very good spicy sauce. It's not the kind that hits your nostrils and makes your eyes water. It's gentle. It sneaks up on you. It comes in mildly spicy, then reaches a peak, and then fades away again. So the chili ratio is chosen correctly. That's very important, friends. I don't really like very spicy flavors, and 90% of people don't really like very spicy food either, but this sauce is good. I won't make you drool anymore, friends. I know many people wrote in the comments that I talk too much. I've got a saying for myself about that. Those who watch are the ones who subscribe, and those who don't watch and don't subscribe and start watching. Just a reminder, leave your comments. Which city in Poland are you from? What are your favorite places? The name and address, friends. We'll make a list and definitely go check out your spots together with the 5 Stars channel. And now, thank you all very much for your attention. Hit that like button and I'll keep finishing my kebab, friends. Bye-bye, everyone.